Hello, Facebook Live. If you're out there, we're opening the doors in just 1 minute. Just hang tight and thanks for your patience. Dan and Claudia, Binta, are we all ready? Great. Deep breath. Opening doors. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, it's great to see you all today, or not see you. The video's a little slow, but I see you coming. There you are. Oh, hello, everybody. So great to see you all today. Hello, Kathy in Virginia. Nice to see you. Hello, Karen in Arizona. Hello, Doug. Glad to have you with us today. Hello, Kathleen with a great voting sign. Thank you so much for being here from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Elias, hello, nice to see you again. One of our song leaders for next week's Racial Justice Week. And Betsy, the music director at Washington Rebels, glad to have you with us today. Hello to Sheila in Florida, Pete in Florida, Jane in Pennsylvania, go Pennsylvania, we need you today. Hello, Barb in Kentucky, nice to see you. Hello, Bonnie, great to see you today in Idaho with yet another amazing voting background. I don't know how you do that. Hello, David in New York, great to see you. And Carol, hello, glad to have you with us again today. I'm glad you're here. Hello, Zeta and Rachel and Tenny. Great to have you guys today. Love seeing little people in the room on an important day for their future. Hello, Susan, really glad to have you with us today. And hello to Beryl in Chicago. Glad to have you with us today. That's two Chicago people right next to each other. Hello, Susan and Susan's whole crew of smiling small people. Glad to see you guys today. Hello, Marion. Glad to have you today, coming in from Connecticut. And hello, Amy in the DC area. Hello, Deborah in Kentucky with a great voting shirt. Hello, Sarah and Rick in DC area, and Fred in Maryland. Hello, Nancy in Washington. Timothy and Loretta, great to see you guys today. Glad you're here yet again. It's so nice to have you. Anna, looking well and really happy to see you today, coming in from Maryland. Janet in Georgia, great to see you. Storm in Massachusetts. Busy Graham, Executive Director of Carpe Diem Arts, glad to have you today. Hello, Terry and Diane, great to see you guys. And hello, Susan in Idaho. Hello, Sydney. Hello, Caroline. Greg Lewis. Hello, Special Projects Director, Washington Rebels, glad to have you today. Dan in Virginia, Beth in Kentucky, Dion in Connecticut. Hello, Lynn in Connecticut, also Gary and Carolyn in Idaho, and Joni and Gary and lots of other folks still connecting, Jenny, and it's really, really nice to see all of you today. And sorry if I missed saying hello to you on the front end, but we'll definitely say goodbye to you on the tail end of today. And hello also to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Really glad you're here today, especially hello to Mary in Omaha and Tiggs in Massachusetts, two of our all-time regulars in Facebook. So whether you're in this room or on Facebook, if you're new to us, please put your state or your country in the chat box. We love knowing where everybody's coming from. And I want to welcome you officially to the Washington Rebels Carpe Diem Arts Daily Antidote of Song Voting Week on actual election day. So here we are today on a definitively important day in our nation's history. And let's please give a big show of hands of everyone who has already voted. Let's see it. I want to see everybody in the room who's voted. Very nice. And if you haven't gotten there yet, we're looking forward to having you go there right after we close the doors today. A couple of quick notes in the chat box. There is a donate link if you're able to help us keep this program going. It is absolutely your donations that are making it work, and I'm so grateful for all the support. Also, my email in the chat, if you want to get our daily email where I send out the lyrics in advance and the artists in advance, please pop your email in the chat or email me. I also love questions and love hearing from people. And a thank you to Binta Kulibali, who is our brand new weekday tech support person, and she's making my life so smooth and easy, and I'm really grateful. All right, so I'm gonna scroll around for a minute because I've lost my artists for the day, and I'm sure I'm going to find them just, there they are. Hello guys. So coming to us from Baltimore, Maryland, formerly from Brooklyn, New York, the amazing and incredible Dan and Claudia Zanes, who've been in this room with us a bunch of times and who are, quite frankly, the absolutely perfect folks to have in here for Election Day, both for the music and for the discussion. Dan and Claudia, welcome. We're so excited to be singing with you today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Great to be here
Pinta.
today of all days. Thank you all.
Well, I think we have a good song for you today. I think we have something uplifting, keeping the spirits up. It's been a lot of anxiety in the air, naturally. And so I think we got a good song. Should we jump right into it, Joe?
Awesome.
Good singing.
All right. Okay, so the way it's going to go is there's going to be a first line and your response, the words are new beginnings. That's the name of this song. This is the era we're in. We're hopeful. We're thinking about new beginnings to come. And your part goes like this. New beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. There's 3 new beginnings that you're going to sing. So the first line will say,
everybody's talking
we
about.
sing new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings.
Everybody's talking about
New beginnings. And all together we sing, don't you wanna go? I think we all want to go to that place, right? The new beginnings on the horizon. So, all right, y'all, here we go.
Should we try one more time?
Yeah,
Let's do one more time.
Everybody's talking about new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. Everybody's talking about new beginnings. Don't you wanna go? That's it.
And if you wanted to dance your way into new beginnings, you could do that.
That's right. Show your signs off. Absolutely.
All right, here we go. So glad to be here today. Really grateful to start Election Day with all of you. It's very meaningful for us.
Absolutely.
We've been through a lot together, Washington Rebels and us.
Yep. Everybody's talking about new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. Everybody's talking about new beginnings. Don't you wanna go?
Everything's broken down. New beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. All out in the open now. New beginnings. Don't you wanna go? We'll be right on time. Who'll be there in line? Who'll be left behind? Who'll come running? And don't you know that they're coming?
Open up your heart to new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. Together we can move to new beginnings. Don't you wanna go?
Well, there's a morning in the midnight.
New beginnings,
New beginning, new beginning, run into the daylight.
new beginnings.
Don't you wanna go? We'll be right on time. Who'll be there in line? Who'll be left behind? Who'll come running? Don't you know that they're coming?
Oh, we're dancing to the rhythm of new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. Moving to a new love, new beginnings. Don't you wanna go?
Who'll be left behind?
You'll be left behind.
Don't you know that they're coming?
Everybody's talking about new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. Everybody's talking about new beginnings. Don't you wanna go? Don't you wanna go? Don't you wanna go? Everybody's talking about new beginnings. Thank you, everyone. Beautiful to see your faces singing along and bobbing along. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan and Claudia. That was so perfectly energetic and happy and upbeat and hopeful. And I loved it so much. And I can't wait to actually sing it on the back end. That's a real soother for the day. And it was also perfect because we've got two different sets of kids in the room, and I could see they were all really into it. There was Susan's kids who were bopping around, even playing some instruments, and Ray Ray's kids bopping around singing along. And I loved seeing that on a day like today where we're thinking a lot about future generations. And so that was absolutely 1,000% perfect. Thank you so much. And on the subject of new beginnings and being here on election day, I would like to ask you guys a couple of questions. So one is, what are your plans for today on election day?
Well, we have good plans today. We're going to Reading, Pennsylvania. There's a group called Make the Road PA. And so they've organized several musicians to go and entertain people while they're waiting in line to vote. Primarily in Black and brown communities. And the Make the Road Pennsylvania does a lot of work in the Latinx communities, grassroots progressive organizations around the state. So we're really happy that we can bring some music to people, and so people don't get discouraged and leave the line. That's kind of the idea.
That is completely amazing. And I love the fact that you're in here now in the middle of the day and now getting in your car and driving to Pennsylvania to do that. So that's a real incentive to everybody else in the room to find that little piece of something you can do today and join Dan and Claudia and the whole entire movement of people, whether it's Pennsylvania or whatever else you can do. It's a great day to do something. The Daily Antidote actually is going to help a little bit, because we're going to put this amazing video up and you can post it to all of your friends and family and communities and tell them to watch it for some uplift and some motivation. And later today, actually, we're also going to be posting the Emma's Revolution song that we had in the middle of our voting week on the day that Facebook Live didn't work, and we haven't seen the video yet. So it's going to be out in a couple of hours, and we're going to ping you guys and ask you to send that all around too. Yet another way of keeping the happy, positive, uplifting conversation, and in the case of the Emma's Revolution song, the G-rated conversation going amongst all of us and all of our friends and communities and hopefully beyond. So thanks, Dan and Claudia. So Claudia, this one's for you. I don't know if anybody can actually read my very makeshift signs behind me, but underneath the Daily Antidote recommendations, it says breathe and smile and sing. So Claudia, there's my question to you, because I know you do a lot of work with folks on emotional growth and a lot of work on psychological health. And so what do you got for us today for the notions of self-care on a very stressy day?
That's a great question, Joe, but it is very important. I think election stress disorder is very real, and we're all dealing with it in a number of different ways. So I think one of the things I recommend just right out the gate is taking care of your mind and your body, drinking your water, moving your body, but also limiting your media diet, if you will. Just really focusing in on what your body is telling you, not just becoming a zombie to the television and just thinking, taking it all in. We know this is a marathon, not a sprint. We don't know when the results are going to be in, but just really caring and checking in on yourself. I have my whole practice ready for after we get back from Reading, Pennsylvania today, and all day tomorrow. I've planned my day for the 4th and even some of what the 5th is going to look like. I've got Girlfriends, my show on Netflix is ready. It's tuned up. I'll be watching some of that. I've got some books that I've been meaning to tend to that I'm going to be reading. I've got my incense ready, bath, whatever it is that speaks to you. Do something to take care of yourself. If that means picking up the phone and also talking to somebody about what you're going through and what you're feeling, because we're all having different levels of anxiety right now, but it's really important that we pace ourselves and not just soak in what is on the boob tube, if you will. So that's my advice.
That's great, Claudia. Thank you. I'm actually going to shout out Heather Mazura, who we did some work with at Revels, and she posted an email today in which she also offered up things like cook an elegant meal, or take a bath with candles, and take a walk, and lots of the stuff you're doing and lots of stuff that we all love to do. And it really is a great way. I'm going to throw out one more thing, because I have a 14-year-old who I hoped Nico, who lots of you know, would be interested in sort of following the election or getting interested or involved in it. And so he actually came to me and asked whether or not we could watch the election through the eyes of Trevor Noah, who is apparently going to be doing his own election. So for everyone in this room, if you're going to have to watch something, watching Trevor Noah with his amazing, intelligent humor might just be the way to go when you do need to do your little media fix. So that's my recommendation, and we'll be there in spirit with you if you're watching there too. All right, so I think I had 2 more questions actually. So one question, Dan, is if we can just chat for a minute about the amazing organization that you're involved in, Constructive White Conversation, which I've been lucky enough to attend and can't wait to attend some more. But I feel as if it's really important to talk about the notion of social justice and racial justice in the context of the fact that it has become entirely politicized. And to some extent, I feel like it takes away from the fact that it's about the issue and not so much about where it falls on party lines. So can you just tell us a little bit about the work you do with that organization?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Joe. And it was great to have you there, and other members of the Washington Rebels community have joined us. And it's a white anti-racist affinity group. And so as we know, whoever wins the election up and down the ballot, we know that it's white supremacy that got us into this mess, and the offshoots, the capitalism, militarism, all these things that fall under the white supremacy umbrella got us into this mess. It really, Donald Trump is just a symptom of that. So I think it's up to all white people to begin to really look at what that means internally and externally, where we fit into that picture. So Constructive White Conversations is a very welcoming space for white people to begin to really unpeel how white supremacy is working in our lives. And I want to paint a somewhat positive picture of it, because we found that just to a person, everybody that's come through has really gained from the experience, and found that that the more you put into it, the more you get out of it, of course, but it really does help us move through the world and navigate things that otherwise would control us without our even knowing it. So Constructive White Conversations, all are welcome, very non-judgmental space, but it is constructive, and it is meant to help us really get our, kind of get together so we can get it together.
And what's the website? Did you tell me?
Yes, thank you. It's constructivewhiteconversations.org, and you can sign up, attend a meeting. It's all right there. It's super easy.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And I hope to see all of you. So I think the Baltimore one is the last Wednesday in the month, and that's the one I've gone to. And so I hope maybe at the end of November, we can see lots of you guys in there with us. So last question is, what do you have upcoming? Can you tell me anything about what's next for you guys beyond today and the next couple of days of watching Netflix?
Yeah. Well, we're very honored. We were part of an incredible virtual festival that took place at UCLA this past weekend. I mean, Sweet Honey in the Rock, Toshi Regan, ourselves, many, many people were a part of this. And the good news is it's going to be streaming again on November the 7th. Right?
7th and 8th.
7th and 8th. And we'll be sure to pass that information along to you, Joe, so you can pass it on. But if you're looking for some more feel-good and positive music that people are putting out, I have to say it's just really incredible to see how artists are stepping out into this light right now, where we can't be on stages. Not all of us can be on stages, but we're finding creative ways to put out positivity and put out good work. So I encourage you all to tune into that.
It's called the Tune In Festival,
yeah.
And our contribution is 10 black and white videos of new songs that we made here in Baltimore, collaborating with musicians. And the song that we did today, New Beginnings, we performed in a video with he's known as the Bob Dylan of the Himalayas. His name is Prem Raja Mahat. And
local celebrity, has a great Nepalese restaurant. It's wonderful. So yes, a lot of Baltimorean artists that we collaborated with. It's really incredible. We'll send that information along. And yeah, that's pretty much the big thing we have coming up.
That's great. Thank you so much. Super exciting. So yesterday at the end of the daily, while there were still a couple people in the room, somebody told me something they saw posted, which I'm going to throw out to you now in light of your plans for the next couple of days. Someone apparently posted, I think on Twitter, well, I've finished Netflix, so now what? Which I thought was perfect, a sentiment for 2020 as I've ever heard. So, all right, before we sing the song one more time, can we all give Dan and Claudia another big wave of thanks? And guys, if you give us a little bit of it, however much you're willing to sing back with us, we'll take as much as you want to give.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Binta. And thank you, everybody.
Yes. We can put our hands together. Here we go. Everybody's talking about new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. Everybody's talking about new beginnings. Don't you wanna go?
Everything's broken down. New beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. All out in the open now. New beginnings. Don't you wanna go? Who'll be right on time? Who'll be there in line? Who'll be left behind? Who'll come running? Don't you know that they're coming?
Everybody's talking about new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. Everybody's talking about new beginnings. Don't you wanna go? Don't you wanna go? Don't you wanna go? Everybody's talking about new beginnings. That's right. We're going to get through this together, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. So we're actually going to start our goodbyes today by saying goodbye to you, because I'm sure you've got to get the car packed and the picnic packed and the whole rest of it. So thank you again from all of us. Yeah, we can't wait to see you guys soon. Take care. And to everybody else in the room, bye. So we're going to say a quick goodbye to everybody on Facebook. Thank you so much, gang, for being with us. We can't wait to see you again